I really want to make my Big 12 predictions result video, but it just doesn't seem to look good because of this quality. Man, just give me 1 second. It's just.
Okay, hopefully that's better. So let's do the video. Okay, as I move spots, hey, what's up everybody? It's Drew, better known as RockChalk01, and in this video, I'm going to be giving my results to the predictions that I made for the Big 12 2022 football season. Yep, this season has been a little bit of a whirlwind in terms of the Big 12 because, well, this year, none of the spots were really set in stone this year. But hey, you know, it made for an interesting season and a lot of things happened, but did my predictions hold to form? That's the true question. So yes, I've done this for the past 3 years, and the rules are the same as follows. So if I'm one spot off in either direction, it's 1 point, and if I get it right on the nose, it's 3 points. So without further ado, let's take a look back at my predictions, and here's the results to them.
10th, Kansas.
Well, darn it. I thought this would be easy peasy, but you know what? I'm glad I got it wrong. So I picked the Kansas Jayhawks to finish dead last in the Big 12, and spoiler alert, they did not, which is the first time that they haven't finished last since 2014, as Kansas finished 8th in the conference. Yeah, after all the misery this team has faced in the past decade and a half, finally, KU had an impressive season, and they got more than 3 wins. I'll take it. So they went from 2-10 last year to 6-6, and yeah, despite going 1-5 in the last 6 games, you know, a lot of good things happened. There was a lot of improvement. We stayed in ball games, we competed, and we actually won 6 for a change. So yay, bowl eligibility's fun. But yeah, my dumb thoughts were way off in terms of this, and I'm not getting any points out of this.
9th, TCU.
Oy vey, I totally forgot about this one. So I picked TCU to finish 9th. And boy, do I feel like an idiot because they were the Big 12 runner-up. Holy cow. I did not anticipate Sonny Dykes doing any sort of good with this TCU team. And yeah, they lost the conference championship game, but he turned that program around from like a 5-7 team a season ago to a 12-1 college football playoff team. So yeah, this was my biggest oof of the season. And yeah, I'm not getting a lick of points.
8th, West Virginia.
Finally, I'm on the board. So West Virginia, I predicted that the Mountaineers would finish 8th, and they finished 9th, which, yeah, and I anticipated that JT Daniels would not have an incredible season this year, and spoiler alert, he did not. In fact, he didn't even finish the season as their starting quarterback, which I think it was because of injury. West Virginia fans, you could correct me if I was wrong, but yeah, Neil Brown and that squad stunk. I mean, yeah, they stayed in games, but the fact that they couldn't beat the Jayhawks in their own backyard really set the tone for this season. Now, I also made the prediction that Neil Brown might get fired after this season, which hasn't happened yet. I think he should. I think West Virginia needs to move on from Neil Brown. Good news is for me that since I was 1 spot off, I get a point. So chalk 1 up. I'm sitting at 1 point.
7th, Texas Tech.
Crap. The streak ends. Why am I struggling with this? So Texas Tech, I predicted that the Red Raiders would finish in 7th, and they finished 4th with a 7-5 record. Okay, now I knew Texas Tech would go bowling, which they are. But the fact that they would finish in the top 4 with this record really surprises me. All the quarterback struggles that they had under Joey McGuire, they somehow, some way managed to be in the top 5 of the conference. I mean, yeah. So there's a 0 for me.
6th, Iowa State.
Well, at least I wasn't stupid and put them in the top half. But dang, I was pretty wrong on this one. So Iowa State, I predicted the Cyclones to finish 6th. And they returned to their old glory and finished dead last. Ha 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 ha. Nah, but all seriousness, Iowa State, they struggled in this season. I don't know what happened, but they could not score or win ball games close. I mean, I don't know how many games that they lost in terms of close matchups just because they didn't score a lot of points. It was just that. Give me 1 second.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, so I pulled up Iowa State's schedule, and they played in 7 one-score games this season and lost 6 of them, which most of them were by 3 points or less. I mean, let's see. Iowa State and KU, that was a 3-point loss. They played K-State and lost by 1. They played Texas, lost by 3. And then Texas Tech, they lost by 4. Which, ouch. Now, I don't think this gets Matt Campbell fired. I think it's just one hiccup of a season, and I think they'll finally turn it around. They just probably need to turn the offensive coordinator situation around because he sucks. So, yeah, although Iowa State ends up finishing last and taking Kansas's spot in terms of that, which I'm still happy that we're not in last, I'm not getting any points out of this.
5th, Oklahoma State.
You know what? After all the things that have gone wrong in terms of my predictions, I'm glad at least I got one right. Oklahoma State, I predicted that the Cowboys would finish 5th, and lo and behold, they were 5th. I knew that the hype train around Oklahoma State this year was a fluke because as soon as they lost their first game, which I think it was to TCU in double overtime, they just stunk the bed, and then they just kept going down and down and down. In fact, losing to KU in Lawrence was probably their worst loss of the season. Actually, no, K-State's probably your worst loss because you got shut out in Manhattan. Mike Gundy's squad, I don't know what the heck happened with you. I think it's just because the turnaround or the turnover from a season ago just really didn't shake up for you. And yeah, it was just not going to be good for you. So unfortunately, you finished 5th. But good news for me, that's my first 3-pointer of the video. I'm now up to 4 points.
4th, Texas.
All right, let's keep the train a-rolling. I'm doing good. I've got myself a little point streak going. Texas, I predicted the Longhorns to finish in 4th. They actually finished 3rd, which, yay. I'm glad that I was in the vicinity with Texas. And yeah, 2022 was kind of a fluke. They went from a 5-7 team a season ago and turned it around and went 8-4. You know, Texas was a pretty good squad. They had a good quarterback who just had some injury problems, and a few of their losses, they kind of just played hurt. But yeah, Steve Sarkisian is going to be fine at Texas. I think with them moving to the SEC, they should be okay. If they can keep Quinn Ewers healthy for at least another season, and then they get Arch Manning the year after, by all means, they're going to be a good team, and they could be a national championship contender. Might regret saying that in the near future. But for the sake of this, I get another point, so now I'm up to 5.
3rd, Kansas State.
If they would have lost, I would have got another point. Kansas State, let me hear it from you because I predicted that the Wildcats would finish 3rd, and they are the Big 12 champion. Son of a gun. You know, I didn't lie that K-State would be really good this season, but I did not expect them to win the Big 12. And you proved me wrong. Deuce Vaughn was incredible as always. Malik Knowles, despite getting hurt in the conference championship game, was a beast. The only downside for you guys was Adrian Martinez almost screwed you over, But you were fine because you found Will Howard out of the blue, and he turned into the star quarterback that you really need. And you know what? I gotta give my props to one of my high school friends, Ty Zettner. He was the kicker. He kicked the game-winning field goal. Sue me. K-State ruined my streak of having a point at least for 3 positions. So, yeah, I got nothing.
Second, Oklahoma.
Wow. I didn't know a coaching change would be the downfall of a program. So, Oklahoma, I predicted the Sooners to be second. They finished 7th. You know, I don't know why I decided to pick Oklahoma second. I just don't know. I had faith that they would be able to go to the conference title game. In fact, a lot of people predicted them to win the Big 12. But I just didn't see them doing it. I think they would go like 10-2 and then still make the title game and then lose. And yeah, they crapped the bed this entire season. In fact, if it wasn't for Texas A&M, Oklahoma would probably be the team with the worst turnover from season to season in recent memory. Because they went from a 10-2 team a season ago, or 11-2 team a season ago, and now they're basically close to the bottom of the conference, which sucks. Now, don't get me wrong, Brent Venables is a new coach in terms of being the head man, so he has a little bit of slack, but still, 6-6, you're going bowling at least. But yeah, you disappointed a lot of people, so, and that includes me. I'm not getting any points.
First, Baylor.
Wow, I stunk this year. So, Baylor, I predicted the Bears to win the Big 12, and they finished 6th. 6th place. What was wrong with me? They struggled. I mean, there was a few games where they looked pretty stinking good, and then there were other games that it was just like, what are you doing? I mean, losing to BYU really hurt you. You get beat by West Virginia on like the last second, which sucks, but that really hurt your season. You got killed by Kansas State. You lost by 1 to TCU, which you should have won that game and you blew it. And then you get killed by Texas. Come on. Now, Dave Aranda, he's an okay coach. I mean, he had the crew to do this and go to the Big 12 title game and win it. And they choked. They choked in the regular season and didn't even have a chance. So, yeah, I'm not getting any points with Baylor's prediction. And I finished with 5 total points. And that's going to do it for my prediction results to the Big 12 football season. Wow. I think I did worse than last year, which helped me. Let me know in the comments what you guys picked and what were your results to the Big 12 football season. Also, don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Push that notification bell. Tell your friends about these videos. And I should see you again when the next one comes out. But until then, have a good day. Never ever bring exotic dancers to the field house. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.